Thank you.
Don't put your fingers in there. Is it recording now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're sure.
It's recording
I went
now.
and checked it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, can I mention something that Paula brought up about the $1,000 bottle of scotch?
Go ahead.
Okay. And this is it. See, Paula, what you did,
That's not $1,000.
I totally agree with. You have an understanding that there's two values when it comes to commodities.
Mm-hmm.
There is the price, and then there is the
Quality of it.
the use value.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. And they're not always in line,
No,
because you can pay a lot and not have much use value out of it.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Now, this is an interesting thing. Let's talk about something that has a price, but the use value is questionable. All right. We'll talk about the whole pet rock thing. Right.
Yeah,
Okay. So you say you spend $5 for one of these rocks.
right.
That's the price. Now, what is the use value of the pet rock?
What you're paying for is actually the description of the pet rock, which is humorous. So you're giving it to somebody as a gift, and it's got this humorous paperwork that goes along with it that tells you how to take care of your pet rock.
Okay.
And so it's a gag gift.
Right. Okay. I get it. All right. So it's like you're buying into this concept.
Right. It's
And
conceptual art,
yeah.
really.
All right. Now, I want to compare that to let's say a remote control for a TV. See? All right. Say you buy this universal remote and you use it, and you pay $30 for it, and you can control your TV. And then one day, it breaks. So the use value goes down to zero.
Right.
Okay? Most people at that point, they just throw it away. It has no more value because the use value is gone. Right?
Right.
Now let's look at the pet rock thing. What is it that you have to throw? When do you throw it away? Can you ever throw the pet rock away? Can the use value ever go down to zero?
Well, because it's all a concept, you can't throw a concept away.
Yeah, exactly. You
But-
can't throw a concept away. It's sort of like a work of art. You pay so much money for it because it gives you this feeling of, whoa, I look at that painting. And,
We'll bring the scotch into that.
what happens when the when the feeling goes away? Does it have value anymore?
Bring the scotch into that scenario.
The thing about art that gives it value, in my estimation, is it's a form of communication that is a higher level than just words. So, you're communicating how you see something or how something affects you, and you are communicating that with a picture to another human being. That's, to me, that's...
Greg, you're so quiet.
He's mad at me. He doesn't want to talk to me anymore.
I'm not mad. I'm listening to you. What am I supposed to do? Interrupt both of you? You're talking about the pet
Well,
rock.
that's normally
She's going to beat you when you get in the car.
That's normally what happens.
And not in a good way either.
That's not true. When Richard's on a show, I don't interrupt him.
That's true. You don't interrupt.
There you go. And he started talking about the pet rock, so I don't usually jump in when he's doing his spiels about something. Isn't that true? There you
It's
go.
very considerate of you.
Thanks. I know.
What do you think?
Well,
I mean, the whole thing about prestige is that it's an intangible. You are deriving prestige from something just because it has a high price tag or because it has the name of its designer on it. And that thing, like for instance, I worked for a shoe company for a while, and they were the licensee for Ralph Lauren footwear. Ralph Lauren knew nothing about designing shoes, and so a lot of the shoes that he designed wouldn't stay on your feet. And I was there for that beginning process of all of that. And the shoes had an astronomical price tag on them because they were Ralph Lauren, and they had no actual shoe purpose. So, I mean, but people bought them because...
Paying for the
Ralph
name.
Lauren. Right.
Well, like anything.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't get why you would do that. But then you said that the taste of your scotch is better. But you were still defending the idea of $1,000 or $1,200 bottle of scotch for its aftertaste or whatever you had said. It's a finish. Like, I mean, to
it's
me,
not so much that.
What's the point of alcohol? To become intoxicated, correct?
No.
Oh, bologna sausage.
No.
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 I
There's
have
people.
I have been an imbiber, and I've been a non-imbiber.
I've been intoxicated, and I like the taste of certain alcohols. I like the taste of wine. I don't have to get drunk on wine.
But
if I have a
don't-
glass of wine, I enjoy the wine with
but
my
you
meal.
don't feel a sense of intoxication after a small
No,
amount of,
no.
of alcohol?
No.
No, he's a big drunk.
Then you've got a tolerance.
Well, sure.
built up.
Everybody has a
Yeah.
tolerance.
Not really.
Oh, people that don't drink don't have a tolerance, but people that drink on a social or regular basis, they have a tolerance.
What was the first reason that you took a drink of alcohol?
I don't know. I was a kid. I don't know, to be with all the
Peer
other kids that
pressure.
are drinking beer.
Peer
Yeah, peer
pressure.
pressure, yeah.
Peer pressure, but didn't you want to feel drunk?
I don't know. How would I know at that point?
Yeah.
You mean you weren't curious about the idea of being intoxicated?
Well, sure, like anything else. I was like curious
No.
about having sex. I mean, do you want to have sex or you don't?
Well, that is the primary reason for alcohol is to make you feel intoxicated. So
Well, not necessarily.
no, you can say what you want about the taste and about
Well, I'm not talking
being a
about that. You don't have to be
connoisseur and-
intoxicated to enjoy.
Well, Paul's not
some
gonna. He's
alcohol.
not gonna suddenly start agreeing with anything anyone says because no
No.
matter what you say to him, he'll always say, "Wait a minute, this guy's not blue." What? No.
It's not blue.
Exactly. It's not. It never was.
Right.
You're right about
he
that
likes
one.
to say not necessarily.
No, you're right about it. I just
no,
agreed.
it's definitely not. Definitely not. Exactly. You're just agreeing with me. That's definitely not blue.
You're right.
It never has been blue. It never will be blue.
Yeah,
Correct.
well, at least I know through my
Michael, you look like the Night of the Living Dead right now.
Thank you.
reading.
What it is, it's the age of the scotch. It's the age, like an expensive bottle of scotch is going to be 25 plus years old. So 25 to say 60 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
So
25,
you're going to
60.
pay. You're going to pay
That was
for
a
that
Chicago
because of
song.
the taste that it represents. It's been aged. It's like a fine bottle of wine. It's been aged for so many years. It's the same with scotch or any other alcohol. When it's aged, it's supposed to be better.
You're
It
an
doesn't
abuser,
necessarily mean
Paul.
it is better. Huh?
When the
You're an
fir-
alcohol abuser.
I'm not an abuser. If
When
I was
the
an abuser, this
first-
bottle would be gone already.
when the first
a lot of it's
person
gone.
discovered
this guy.
that you can
Michael, you're an
get a
abuser.
I'm
buzz
still in the first. He's had two.
on fermented wine. I mean,
Michael, you're an
fermented grape
abuser.
juice
Yeah.
or fermented grain. When that first person got that buzz, this was like, holy shit! I can make a fortune on this.
That's right.
This is amazing.
I agree.
I
Richard-
can sell this to everybody,
What?
and that's exactly what it's about.
Well, the important thing is
you can
we've
enjoy
all-
the taste of alcohol.
important
but
thing
it's
is
about,
we've all-
it's about getting the buzz.
We've all gotten buzzed here, except for one person, Richard Wicca. There he is.
No, Tom didn't get buzzed.
He's gotten buzzed.
right.
Tom's been buzzed.
Rich has been.
Richard, you're the only one who has never gone to the dark side in this room.
He was a real dope. What are
How
you
can
talking
you-
about?
How can you look yourself in the mirror in the morning when you haven't joined the team? Don't you want to join the human race, Richard? You don't want to join the human race?
He's from another
You'd
planet.
rather be do your own thing? Is that true? So you feel like you're an individual?
I could see why someone would say that about me.
So you don't feel like you're part of the masses like the rest of us unwashed
I just
five?
had chills when you said that. Went to a retreat once. All the seminarians had to go to a retreat, and the person who was running, you would get in these big, gigantic discussion groups with, like, say, 75 people, right? And the person would give, like, a little talk, and then he would, ask questions to the people. You know what this guy did? He says, at this point, I would like you to reflect on your fellow seminarians. Now, what do you think about this person here? It was like really creepy. Like, what are you singling all these people out for? Well, next thing you know, somebody mentions me, and people stand up. They go, I feel he's an individual. Yes, he is an individual. And I'm thinking, well, why did I get labeled this thing, individual?
Yes.
And now I'm labeling you all these years later.
Well, you said it, yeah.
This is
all
in the
these years
60s,
later.
right?
Yeah, 69,
Now, wasn't
yeah.
it true when you were at the
The hippie
seminary
days.
Yeah.
that there was a postcard? There was two buildings on this postcard that said Armageddon
I
in the
knew we were
corner.
Fuck off.
And there
I-
were planes
I-
were
Fuck
going
off.
up. Did you ever see that at the seminary?
Yes, I did. I saw a postcard.
Yeah, with two
It had-
buildings,
it had
right?
New York City.
Yeah, in the middle of New York City.
Which had a number of
Lower
buildings,
Manhattan.
and
Yeah.
it had airplanes
going into it, and then it said Armageddon in the corner, right?
And I said,
They're all-
this is a sign that New York City has airplanes flying over it.
Yeah, right, of course.
See?
Because they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? It reminds
they have
me
airplanes
It
then?
reminds me of the time I
Not
went
in the
to
60s.
I went to the Ground Zero on New Year's Eve with Paula in 2006, and it was really something that I realized that planes flew over New York. So we were there at ground zero, and I'm thinking about the planes going to the trade centers, and meanwhile, planes are going over us at the ground zero. I'm like, wow. And it seemed creepy, but of course, that's just normal.
And
Back in the 60s, planes went over buildings in New York. That's why the postcard has 2 buildings and planes going over them. You know, it's been happening. It's been happening for 80 years now.
How did it go from over them to in them? Or
Did
from
it go
in
into them?
I never said over them.
Did you see this postcard?
I didn't.
So you never saw the postcard we're talking about? So
what are you talking about?
What are you talking? I'm talking about the postcard of planes flying over buildings from the 60s.
You're fucked
that
up.
Richard saw at the seminary. You saw it at the seminary. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's a famous
Let me ask you a
postcard.
question. If you saw a
just-
postcard of New York City with planes flying over it
And you think
40
nothing of
years
it.
ago,
Nothing.
could you possibly misremember it that the plane was going
Yes,
into
like
a building
going into the
instead of over?
Because what you would see, the famous postcard from the '60s, as you know, has the 2 buildings and the planes are going over them, right?
Yeah.
And if you're someone like drugged out, drunken, slothy,
If
lowlife,
your mind-
40 years later, you might be thinking
Mind-altering alcohol.
You might be
Yeah.
thinking 40 years later that the planes, because of what happened in 2001, you might be remembering the 60s postcard with the planes going into the buildings. But of course they weren't. The famous postcard we've all seen is the planes just flying over New York, which is normal.
Yeah.
There's tons of postcards like that.
Sure.
It's happened. I mean, I remember when I worked at the World Trade Center, the icon of death, they used to have all these postcards at the World Trade Center when you were going in and out of the building to rip out the tourists, and they all had planes flying over the World Trade Center. And, like you'd see the World Trade Center, and then you see a plane right above it, because it looks like that when you're down on the ground. It's like it's right here. It's actually like, pretty far. Hello. It's like, hello, it's pretty far. Happy to be here. Happy to be anywhere. And it's just crazy. It's just, so. Anyways, Richard, what did you think of my book?
Well, it's a blimp.
You broke it.
It's a blimp. It's going over those buildings you're talking about. Look at
Anyway, so we had the NFL preview. Let's talk about the Bills. Rex Ryan is the new coach. Richard, you're an aficionado of sports. And
Wait a minute.
NFL.
What happened to expert?
What happened to talking properly? It might be the scotch you're drinking.
You said.
I got to drive later. What happened?
This is
What happened to the
take
expert?
2. It's take 2, Paul.
Yeah, take 2.
What happened to the expert? Can't handle its liquor as well. This guy's going on the road tonight to Pennsylvania. Oh my God, I fear for those Pennsylvanians. Anyways, Richard, Rex Ryan, how do you feel about it? Do you think he's going to do a good job with the Bills?
Oh no, sports again.
Fuck you.
I believe we have
Sports
just
sucks.
alienated
Go
Michael.
back to
Buffalo Bills.
non-real man land.
We talk about cool stuff like.
What?
Let's talk about Michael's clip.
We're
gonna talk about his movie
here,
Tom, to
obviously.
put me on the
We
camera.
want
Tom,
talk,
don't put him on the camera.
Put him on the camera.
Never take him off camera now, Tom. God damn it.
Camera. All right, tell us about the original Sterlace show.
What
Come on,
cool
let's hear
thing
about
do you
it.
want to talk about?
I want to hear
about
I
the-
want to
I
hear
wanna hear
about
about
that. I
this.
want to hear
What
about
original
why.
story show?
I want to hear about the Sterlace
Paul
show.
said, he said,
Paul
if I go
said-
on the show, I'm going to critique some of
I wanna
Michael's
hear
creations.
this.
Oh, you're going to critique Michael's creations?
Yeah.
Are you going to do it in a pleasant manner like you usually do, Paul?
Absolutely.
Okay, what do you have to say about Michael's creations so far?
He does great work.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Now we had a critique. What a critique that was. What a scathing indictment of society that was. Oh my God. He does
I
a
was
wonderful
worried
job. Tonight I want to go on a show, and I really want to critique
complimented his
Michael's
first one.
work. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Where the fuck am I? Why are you showing them? Why are you showing the 3 of them? Oh, it's such wonderful, wonderful work. I want to get out there and really give it to Michael. I want to say what I really feel about his video work. It's wonderful, wonderful.
Mike, tell the
stuff.
fuck off. He's being a
Enjoy
dick.
it so much. Have some more free scotch. What a bunch of bullshit. You are so toothless, Paul. You're throwing books at me a minute ago. But we get for saying what? That you forgot a post, you misremembered a postcard? Meanwhile, fuckface is fucking around with stuff and you say, oh, Michael's a wonderful gentleman. I love his Hawaiian shirt and he would be great on MASH as a doctor. Give me a fucking break. Jason Dialek over here. Jesus Christ almighty.
Michael, you
I'll
better
have some more stuff.
you better
have some more scotch. You're gonna drink and drive, Michael?
Absolutely.
In your wheelchair?
Well, he did say he could have 5 of those and you wouldn't notice it.
Yeah.
So,
Wait a minute. What's going on here?
is there there a side of you we don't know,
Michael, you
No,
are
you know
dark,
everything
dark.
about You know everything about
No, let's
me.
talk
I
about
told
cool
you
things.
everything.
What's cooler than you, Michael?
Nothing.
Like your last name is Chev Chick, is that true?
Yes!
All right, Chev
right.
Chick! Yeah! How about get a real fucking name? Why don't you go back to a real
Like-
fucking name
like
like Snyder? And then maybe you'll get,
My
like
dad-
Palm Wonderful.
You know, my wife's name is Klingon. They used to say it on Star Trek, the original series.
All right, let's talk about Star
Kirk
Trek.
would say,
Klingons are those dingle balls that hang off.
Spock.
I love
Spock, tell me, why you keep
Klingon,
getting rid of me on the fucking camera, Tom? You're
I-
showing people reaction shots.
I
I'm doing
love-
fucking Captain Kirk. Spock, tell me what's going on with the Klingons. And then the Klingon guy would be come up on a video screen and say,
So Paula could have shot right here.
over and over. In fact, when we went to the convention, the Star Trek convention in Toronto,
You
me
were?
and Paula and Sal Monaco.
Trekkie? You're a Trekkie?
Oh my God.
I'm a Trekker. There's no such fucking thing as Trekkies. We're Trekkers. Jesus fucking Christ! I had one more fucking person call me a Trekkie, and I'll punch him in the
right,
fucking
say,
nose.
you're
I'll
spitting
spit
over
out
me.
Michael Shevchik.
Call him a Trekkie.
You were in the Toronto.
Call him a
Toronto.
Trekkie.
So we go to Toronto, me and Paula and Sal Monaco, and Sal Monaco goes on TV and he wins the big prize. He knows all about the war's fucking arc during
It
season
was
4.
amazing.
And I'm thinking, what's going on here? Why are we getting such a good time and everything? We had a good time with the scope bottle, the Listerine bottle, and all the people dressed in costumes. There was a Listerine. There's a guy dressed in a Listerine bottle.
You're drinking Listerine?
No, he was dressed in a Listerine bottle.
Yeah, right.
Everyone else said, it's true, Paul, right?
It was true.
Just walking around. Everyone's got Star Trek, Star Wars, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. We turned a corner, the guy got a Listerine. And he's got
And he was the normal
he's got
one.
a really bad disposition. I'm like, what
was-
the fuck is your problem? Why are you wearing a Listerine bottle? He said, there was no other costumes
Hey, put my mic
available.
on.
I had to wear a Listerine. I had to wear a Listerine costume. So anyways, we're at Sale, and I'm wondering why we're getting along so well with everyone. And finally, I figured out all the fucking Trekkers are like, I go, this is my friend Paula, and they go, oh my God, you speak Klingon. I go, no, her name is Paula, and they go, wow, that means uterus in Klingon. I go, I know, and I just thought it was just their name, but we went from one person to the other, and then Sal gets on TV and they say, what was going on with the Klingons in season 4 of Star Trek Next Generation? And he says, well, there was a problem with the one woman and her. So there you go. It was crazy stuff. Oh my God. And then this week, Michael, who, as you know, does wonderful, wonderful work. Back me up on this, Paul.
What?
His video work is wonderful, Michael.
Yeah, he
It's
said
really
so.
nice stuff. You said so first.
I didn't say anything.
Fuckface.
So-
We got it recorded.
Fuckface.
You said it first. What do you mean I said it?
Fuckface.
You
What-
only threw a book at me.
Mike,
Anyways,
fuckface.
I meant to say Paul Drajem when I said fuckface.
Roger.
best fuckface
Drajem.
you ever had.
Now listen, fuckface. He does wonderful work, right? Am I right, Paul?
Wonderful.
You're right.
Oh.
It's wonderful work that Michael does. Give him a, hand.
It's just
But the question,
amateur.
but you didn't let me ask. The question,
Oh.
the question was,
There was actually a segue here, but
There's-
go ahead. What's the question?
the question was, why
is the
are you
question?
riding on the coattails of the original Greg Sterlace show?
I need material.
No, but why him?
Because,
Excuse me.
He can't come up with a reason. It just is.
Thanks a lot, Michael. Anyways,
no,
segue was his newest video off of me was the Real Greg Sterlace show.
There's two.
There's two shows. Both
No,
Tom
it's
Windsor. When Tom Windsor
There's
engineers the show for Chuck Furoy, he uses sound. He uses sound on those shows,
The
and
sound
he
of the Furoy.
records the whole damn thing. And we're doing this show you're watching right now. We're doing because Tom. What happened, Tom? What happened there? What happened? The first show you didn't record. Did anyone hear that? No.
I heard no.
I heard
So
it.
he said no. Now, when you record with Mr. Ski Mask, do you record the show for him? Have you ever done this to Mr. Ski Mask?
No.
So just so you hate your father, because I need to tell you right now, I am your father.
No! It's not possible!
Do you hear that? No, it's not possible. Okay. Anyway, so his newest thing was Star Trek. Michael did this week, and it was so wonderful. I sucked on it because it was.
You sucked on it.
sucked on
it. What did you suck on?
You said it sucked.
I sucked on it.
Oh.
What did you suck?
I sucked on the video. I sucked it in.
What did
with
you
my
suck on the
throat,
video?
With my deep throat, and it said.
He sucked on the video.
And it said space, the final frontier. These are the voyages. Say it along with me,
Show us how
Michael.
you sucked on the
These are the
video.
voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Its
5-year mission
to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Super nerd. Anyway,
He's a Trekkie.
So that he went from, he's a trucker. He's not a trucker. There's
No,
no
I'm
such
a
fucking
trucker.
thing as a trucker. He's a
No,
trucker.
it says trucker.
I'm waiting for the
Jesus. So
punch.
anyways, it was so beautiful because here I am.
I got my
drugged out of
paralegal over here,
drugged
just
out
in
of my
case.
mind. And I'm thinking, what's it going to say? Like Star Trek, Star whatever. And it says stir, and then a break, and then lace.
Right.
Instead of Star Trek, it said stir, lace. And then I was presented as Captain Kirk, and my close
I'm just standing
personal
here,
friend, CeeLo Gampa. Because she's African American, actually she's she's from Africa and she's an American,
Yeah,
so
she
she's
is.
African American.
Fuck no. Was she born in America or was she born in Africa?
Born in Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was born in Africa.
Yes.
She's born
Liberia.
in Liberia.
She's
If that's
Liberian.
anything
All right.
to
Well, then
you,
she's an
buddy.
African American.
Yes.
But all these other guys that are going, I'm an
You're not-
African American.
you're
She's
not
an
a
African
Polish
American.
American? You're not a
No,
Polish
there's no such thing as
No, I
Polish
wasn't born in
Americans.
Poland.
You weren't born in Polish. No, you
wasn't
definitely weren't. Now I understand the jokes.
Ah.
I never got it before.
I was born in America, so I'm an American.
I'm an American, and
So
Richard,
CeeLo-
you're an American, right?
So
Yeah.
CeeLo-
And Michael, you're an American.
I-
That has nothing to do
No,
with my
chef
ethnic
chick, you're
background.
obviously not an American.
Canadian American.
No
not
one is
Polish.
Canadian American. Anyway, so he uses.
I'm a world citizen.
So I
Oh my
used.
God! Hold on, the individual.
Oh no.
This individual, he's a fucking individual.
He's from the
And he's a
Starship
world
Galactica.
citizen. Do you feel anything for the rest of us lowell creatures, Richard, being the world citizen and individual you are? Do you feel anything for the dreaded, huddled masses that we are yearning to be free? Because you're not like us. You're
He's from
special.
the World Federation
Is that
of-
true?
of Humans.
Are you special? Do you stand out from the crowd?
He does.
I would say that I experience everything that the crowd experiences,
Wow.
but I express it differently.
So how's the buzz doing?
You don't experience everything the crowd experiences
How's-
because these
How do
guys
you
are drinking
experience?
hard alcohol right,
Right,
now.
so
You've
how-
never drinking.
did you
you've never
experience-
had
you
alcohol.
can't experience
So you
this.
haven't experienced everything that the crowd experiences.
Well, what causes people to want to drink alcohol? That's
They
what-
like.
that's what Paula
I'll
was
tell
getting
you
at.
what it is.
What
I'll tell you what it is.
This guy.
I'll tell
This
you
guy.
what it is.
Greg
It's
Sterlace
me.
causes-
Yeah, it's the reason. I'll tell you. It's not what you would think it would be. The intoxication, the drunkenness, the high. It's not that. As Michael Shevchik can point out, it's all about the luscious taste you get from alcohol.
Absolutely.
The luscious taste and that beautiful aftertaste. It's really like the.
This has no
it's really-
aftertaste.
but I'm saying in some cases with the alcohol where it has the aftertaste, it's the taste, it's the aftertaste. It's not, you think it would be the drunkenness? You think all the bars and all the corners and all the liquor stores, it would be the drunkenness, the intoxication, the high? No.
No.
Then
It's
how do you
Paula,
explain
it's
Miller?
it's the taste that people want. They want that diluted piss taste of Coors Light. They
Oh,
want
yeah.
that
But
this
because
is not- what?
when they're drinking Coors Light,
It does
they're
taste
not
like piss.
trying
I
to
don't
get
like
drunk.
Coors.
I don't drink
They're
beer.
trying to drink. They want to have urine in their mouth, and it's more socially acceptable. If you go to order urine someplace, they look at you as sconce.
They sell in other
you
countries.
order- if you
In
order-
other countries,
if-
they sell urine for it's
They
a drink.
sell urine.
Yeah, it's a drink.
What was that? They sell urine.
Urine.
What are you, a Polish American?
I am.
You're
Are
an
you from
American.
Polish?
I am not.
He's not from Polish. We've
I'm
we
not
have
from-
now established that, jury. This man is not from. Oh, we're not seeing him anymore. This man is not from Polish. You may you're from Polish.
I'm
Thomas Ruddy,
I'm
from Polish.
African American.
You're not African American.
How do you know, baby? I was born in Africa.
South Africa.
You weren't
Any part
born
of
in
Africa.
He's
I
boring.
know
He
you
could be
weren't
a
born in
bore.
Africa. You weren't even born in Africa.
How do you know?
You were.
How do you know?
Because you're so obviously from Polish. The way you talk is so obvious. I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing to say, says Polish boy. Come on! You're giving Polish people a bad name.
no.
We got Wahabiak. Half Klingon, half Polish. We got Wicca. Half Polish, half
He's a
American.
Trekkie. He's a Trekkie.
Half individual. I'm a goddamn
Job chick.
trucker. There's no such fucking thing as a Trekkie.
There's no such
more
thing as a
about my
trucker
video.
either.
I'm sick to death after that.
Talk more about my video.
Yeah. So
We were to the point.
So
we were to the
anyway,
point where
CeeLo.
I was doing the worst impersonation of Richard's voice
CeeLo.
ever recorded on.
CeeLo was just. I thought it was really a slap in the face to me and all the other African Americans because she,
after what kind of Americans?
I'm an African
African
American. I
No,
was born in Africa.
you said
Paul.
what?
You thought it was a slap in the face?
Yeah.
Because
What is all the
there's
black-
one female African American on the show, and I mean the real Greg Sterlace show. And guess what? There was one real African American on Star Trek, the original series. So what does he make you her?
How do you know
he
she
makes
was?
CeeLo you her because what
she
can
born-
I do? I can't. We've only got that is typecasting. That is slander. That is crazy bullshit.
I'm quitting the
I
business.
did not appreciate that one bit.
I'm quitting the
Me as
business.
Captain Kirk, sure. The fat, ugly.
What about me as Dr. McCoy?
Well,
I'm me as Dr. McCoy. I was great. And what about Richard Blake?
Say he's dead,
Gordon,
Jim.
Gordon
Why
Blake.
wasn't I in the
Gordon
show?
Blake
he's
is the
dead,
blue skin
Jim.
guy.
Where was
He's
I?
dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim.
All right, I want to read this
Where was
as we know.
Where
I
was
gotta-
I?
got
I
a
was
note-
excluded from the show. How come?
because you weren't on that episode. You fuck. You're Polish.
I didn't like the appearance of the Beatles.
Anyway,
Okay.
speaking of the Beatles,
Their
my
hair
book, my
offended
book
me.
now about the Beatles is
I don't
out.
have any.
And today I got a note from Jeff Simon, Buffalo News arts editor.
Who?
Jeff Simon, Buffalo News arts editor.
Who?
Jeff Simon, Buffalo News arts editor. And he had this to say about my book here. This is what he had to say.
Oh, patting himself on the back. Okay, go ahead.
Well, no, Jeff Simon's patting me on the back. I'm just reading it.
He's not here.
He's not.
That's
I'm not
hearsay.
patting myself on the back.
We
either.
don't accept paperwork here. You want
You're watching the real Paul Drajem show on Polish TV. Anyone who thinks this book is merely Greg Sterlace's magical mystery tour through the Beatles bookshelf is brought up short on page 14, where he spritzes the Beatles songbook with disreputable minimalist commentary. It is. It's disreputable.
Michael, he can talk about his book, but he won't let you talk about your
We talked about his fucking video. I just talked about
Yeah.
the Her thing about 5 minutes
Let
ago.
him finish.
5 seconds
Let him
ago. What the
finish.
fuck are you
Let him
listening,
finish.
Paul?
I'm Polish. Leave me alone.
Okay, now back to Jeff Simon talking about me. This is my Tim Serac impression.
Yeah.
Come on, I want to hear.
Well,
Oh, no. Finish.
Wait.
No, come on. Finish.
look, he's got his Trekkie
Dave
phone.
Stavo.
He's got his Trekkie. He's got his face there.
Tracker phone.
Tracker.
Dave Stavel's calling. Hold on a
Look,
second.
it's falling
No, no.
apart.
Dave, it is. Dave Stavel's calling. Hold on a second.
You gonna be down at the electric bar? You gonna be down at the electric?
Okay.
Yeah.
Tim Serac impression over. Let's get to the real meat of Jeff Simon here. Shut up, Paul. There are a lot of smart, shrewd books about the Beatles, but if there's a funnier one amongst them, I don't know what it is. That's right. I'm the funniest Beatles book ever. There's only like 2, though. As everyone who's familiar with Sterlace knows, he's unruly. Is that true?
Yes.
Am
you
I
don't have
unruly,
any rule.
Richard?
You don't have any rule.
Unruly? He said I'm unruly, Jeff Simon.
I don't know what's his definition of unruly.
What's your
I have no
fucking definition of it?
I would think
say
of it
he's
as
I have no
unruly.
opinion on that.
I'll say he's unruly. Go ahead.
Are you,
Go ahead. You're unruly.
Rich, you don't think I'm unruly?
You don't have any rule.
When I hear the word unruly, I think of appearance.
Okay, he says
No,
I'm
that's
unruly,
unkempt.
comma, ill-mannered. Am I ill-mannered?
I think so.
Yes.
I'm ill-mannered?
You're ill-mannered.
You're calling me ill-mannered, Michael?
You're ill-mannered.
You see I'm unruly, too.
You don't have any rule.
How's
Okay,
that,
so I'm
Scotch?
unruly and ill-mannered. He also says I'm disrespectful. Richard, am I disrespectful?
I mean, he's using these words. I don't know what he's backing them up with.
It's like you just started speaking English about 5 minutes ago. What do you mean? You never heard of disrespectful before tonight?
You're disrespectful?
You
I
must
mean,
have heard of that.
I can't think of an
disrespectful.
example of you being disrespectful.
Did you read the book? Did you read the book?
Oh, the book is disrespectful.
No.
No.
He's
In
calling
real
Greg-
life, I'm disrespectful. Not the book.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, but I can't.
No picture.
You can't think of any.
No,
No
no
photograph.
examples come to mind.
Have I ever been? Here's the next one. Inappropriate. Have I ever been inappropriate?
Yes.
Can you just give me some examples?
No, I'm saying Jeff Simon thinks I
I
am.
think the show.
Okay,
can say-
Jeff Simon says I'm full of bad attitude. Do you agree with that, Richard? I'm full of bad attitude.
I agree with that.
I don't.
You're married to me.
I don't agree.
Richard, am I full of bad
That's
attitude?
too bad.
It's too ambiguous.
Oh my God. So all these concrete things he's saying to me are too ambiguous. Okay.
Bad attitude.
But lucky for all of us, Jeff Simon says about
I got
me.
some footage you can use.
Lucky for you, Richard. Lucky for all of us. You're one of us. You know about what goes on with the common people. He's also hilarious and very smart. Thank you. That's what Jeff Simon said about me. Hilarious and very smart. Now, am I
Yeah,
hilarious and
there's
very
more?
smart, Richard?
Is there more?
Yes. You can't agree with that? say your friend is hilarious and very smart? So I'm not very smart? I'm not hilarious?
He's independent. Leave him alone.
It's just that those terms, they don't mean anything to me.
Obviously, no words seem to mean anything to you ever since I started reading this. I don't understand. How do you even understand what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you. Want me to tell you why they don't mean anything?
Yeah.
Because it's sort of like defining you as like a character.
I am a
and
character.
I see you as a process. I don't see you as a character.
Have you heard of this word, Richard? Scientology.
Scientology.
If you want to make your life better, Richard, put Richard Cameron and Richard Tom, you have to come to our seminars. We have a process. And we can help you, Richard, to become centered, full, focused,
And clear.
You can get all and clear, especially
He gets
clear.
all that from
You
this
can be
green
clear,
stuff he
Richard.
drinks.
Clop.
Clop?